Yes, look at the board, please. Whiteboard, my dear friends. I'm not going into any sort of introduction because the introduction kills time and which you don't like, of course. Watch the TV. You've read this sentence. I think you can see also. If you can't see this sentence properly, watch the video full screen, then it will be easier for you to read out what is written on the whiteboard. Watch the TV. Is there any mistake in that sentence? If you remember, in the last video, I told you about this sort of a sentence. Do you remember? There the word was radio, not TV. Here it is TV. Yes, there is a mistake, and that is the articular mistake. D should not be there. Watch TV. Now, if you say watch the TV, what does it mean? It means simply watch the shape of the TV. Say you are telling an Englishman, I'm now watching the TV. He may ask you, what are you watching there? Or what is there to watch? Then you may say that I'm watching the shape of the TV or the TV cabinet. So here this D is incorrect. Do not use this definite article before TV. But what did I tell you in my last video about the radio? Had it been radio and had it been listen, then it will listen to the radio. In case of radio, always use the definite article the, but when you are using the word TV, forget about this article. Do not use this article. Let's move on to number 2. It's 12 in my watch. 12 here it means it is 12 o'clock in my watch. You are wearing a watch, somebody asks you what is the time, you say that it is now 12 o'clock in my watch. Is there any mistake? Sense is clear. Even if there is a mistake, the sense is absolutely clear, crystal clear. People can understand what you mean. Even the English people will not make any mistake. If you use this sentence, they will understand what you mean. But they will know, being a non-native speaker, you have made a mistake. What is that mistake? The mistake is the preposition in. In should not be used here. Then it is 12 o'clock. Some preposition must be used there, of course. But what is that preposition? That is by. Here I am writing, okay? B Y. By. It's 12 o'clock by my watch. Even if in place of watch there is the word clock, the same preposition will be used. It is 12 o'clock or it is 11 o'clock by my clock, or it is 1 o'clock by that clock. There is a clock there. All right? So before watch or clock, always use the preposition by, not in nor on. Let's move on to number 3. There is a cold war between them. This is a very popular expression, of course, this cold war. I think all of you know what this phrase means. Cold war. There is a cold war between two brothers. They don't talk to each other, or even if they talk to each other, they talk pretending to be decent. In fact, they don't like to be decent when they talk to each other, but they are gentle people, so they pretend to be decent. So there is a cold war between them. Is there any mistake in that sentence? Once again, I repeat, the sense is clear. If you use this sentence anywhere, people will make no mistake in understanding what you mean. But when it comes to appearing at an examination, there is an error in this sentence. And that is what the examiner wants to see. Now, you say you are preparing for the competitive examinations to get a job. There, if you use this sort of a sentence, you will get no credit for that. Why? Because there is an error, and the error is articular once again. A. Cold War is an uncountable noun, Cold War. This phrase is an uncountable noun. Therefore, do not use the article a before Cold War. Clear? If not clear, you may ask, of course, your question in the comment box. And comment box is meant for that purpose only, so that we can communicate with each other. Now, when I'm making this video, it is one-way teaching. I'm teaching only, but I'm not being able to listen to your response. But the comment box is very valuable. Why? Because the comment box reflects the questions of the viewers, and then I can answer as well there. So there is Cold War between them, not a Cold War. There is Cold War between the two countries. There is Cold War between India and Pakistan. Okay? Number 4. I don't like to go out today. It's a bad weather. It's a bad weather. Or it's a hot weather. I don't like to live in that country or that part of the country because there is always a hot weather. Clear? Since it's clear, I think you can understand what I mean. But still, we are learning here in order to appear at an examination successfully. For that reason only, we have to know what the mistake is in this particular sentence. Weather, W-E-A-T-H-E-R, weather is an uncountable noun. Weather is an uncountable noun, and you know very well the British grammar says that before an uncountable noun, we cannot use the article a or n. So here you see, by mistake, a is used. It is a bad weather, and that is the mistake. So simply remove this article a. If you remove this article a, it's a fine sentence. No examiner can, of course, use any red ink line here because you have written a completely right sentence. It's bad weather. It's bad weather outside. How is the weather outside? Oh, it's bad weather today. It's bad weather today, not a bad weather. Number 5. Yesterday, I saw a dream. You are telling your friend today morning. Today you are telling me, sir, yesterday I saw a bad dream. Yesterday I saw a bad dream, or simply a dream. I saw a dream. Did you see a dream last night? Yes, I saw a dream. What is the mistake in that? We, the Indian students, make this sort of mistakes only because in our vernacular tongues, we always use a similar sentence. And for that reason only, when we translate that sentence, that vernacular sentence, into English, we make this mistake. We do not see a dream. Do you use your eyes, physical eyes, to see a dream? Of course not. Your eyes are shut at the time. In spite of having the eyes shut, you have a dream. So you cannot say that I saw a dream. If you say saw, people will think that you saw with your physical eyes. So what is the correct sentence here? Yesterday I had a dream. I had a dream. So the saw is wrong, incorrect. We do not see a dream. We have a dream. Or we had a dream. Or we shall have a dream, but not see a dream. Or you can use this dream as a verb again. How? Yesterday I dreamt a dream. Dream, past tense, dreamt. So yesterday I dreamt a dream. Correct sentence. No mistake is there. But please do not use this word see or saw. Okay, this kind of words are not used before dream. Because in fact, if you use your common sense, you understand that you do not see a dream with your physical eyes. Let's move on to number 6. He knows me for 10 years. Does the counselor know you? Why will he issue a character certificate? He needs to know you. You are saying, oh, our counselor knows me for 10 years. Our counselor knows me for 10 years. What is the mistake there in that sentence? For 10 years, a long time. Of course, in the past, now continuing. So, what should we write here? He has known me for 10 years. Here it will be has, H A S, has or have as applicable, HAVE, have known, KNOWN. So, what is the correct sentence? He has known me for 10 years. I have known that man for 20 years. Or even I have known that boy for the last 5 years or for 5 years. I have known that boy for 5 years, but not say I know him for a certain length of time. Do not say that. Okay? Always use this sort of format when you are making a similar sentence. All right? Let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is the bike is in a good condition or bad condition. Often we say this, we use this. You are willing to sell your bike second hand, and the buyer, prospective buyer, asks you whether your bike is in a good condition or not. You say, without any hesitation, "Oh, my dear fellow, my bike is in a good condition." So you have to pay a certain amount of money to get this bike. What is the mistake? Can you guess the mistake? If you can guess the mistake, please write down in the comment box. The bike is in good or bad condition. Okay? Do not say a good condition or a bad condition. This is the mistake. This A is the problem. So remove this A. The bike is in good condition. The bike is in bad condition. Okay? When you use this phrase, good condition or bad condition, always remember I'm trying to hammer this into your brain, to your head, that when you are using this phrase, good condition or bad condition, do not use A. Okay? Our AC is in good condition. Air conditioner is in good good condition. Okay, let's move on to, so this A is the mistake. Okay, do not use this A. Number 8, he gave the final exam last year. Did your brother give the Madhyamik examination last year? No, he's going to give the Madhyamik examination next year. Correct sentence? You understand perhaps what I mean? But a foreigner may have some difficulty understanding what you mean if you use this kind of a sentence, that I gave the final examination in 2016. Because we do not give any examination. We do not give any examination. What do? We sit for. We sit for the final examination, or we sit for any examination. So the group verb is sit, S-I-T, sit for. Sit for. So here it is. He sat for the final examination last year. If you don't like to use this particular group verb sit for, you can use the group verb appear at. Appear at. Let me write that as well. A double P E A R. Appear at. Appear at. He appeared at the final examination last year. He appeared at the final examination last year, or he sat for the final examination last year. Now, say when you are speaking English or writing, you forget both of these. Is there any other way you can express the same sense? Yes. Instead of give, use just the opposite word. What is the opposite of give? Take. I give you, you take it. So instead of give, you may use the word T A K E, take. Here, the past tense form of take will be used. He took the final exam last year. And here in India, we often say our teacher will take an exam today. I'm very serious. I'm studying very seriously. Tomorrow morning, our teacher will take an examination. The teacher does not take an examination, my dear friends. The teacher simply holds an examination, or the teacher conducts an examination, or the teacher may give an examination to you. But the teacher doesn't take the examination. You take the examination, being a student. So remember this. This is a common mistake. I have heard English medium students making this mistake. And I wonder how the students of English medium backgrounds also make this mistake. Because they translate. You just think of an Indian vernacular tongue, you will see that the sentence, in the vernacular sentence, there we use the word give or give. The vernacular counterpart of give or give. And that's why when we translate, we make this mistake. So remember these three: sit for, appear at, or take. Take, you can remember very easily. Number 9. Oh, for a long time I have been writing. Now my hand is paining. My hand is paining. Do not use this sentence because your hand does not pain. Your leg does not pain. Your head does not pain. So, once again, the mistake is made by the Indian students because in the Indian languages we use this kind of a sentence, the counterpart of paining. Okay? So, what is the correct one? My hand is hurting. My hand is hurting. Hurting. So, instead of paining, you have to write hurting. 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 Okay? My hand is hurting. Now, paining, then why should we use paining? Nowadays, many children pain their parents. Many children pain their parents by being disobedient. If you are disobedient, disobedient to your parents, you simply pain your parents. Okay? So remember this, instead of paining, you have to use the word hurting, or if you want to use a synonym of the word pain, you may use the word ache. Aching. My hand is aching. My head is aching. Headache, you know the word, the very common term, headache. So my head is aching. Spelling of aching, Aching. Aching. Hurting or aching. Let's move on to number 10. And this is the last sentence for this video session. I go to the bed at 11 p.m. When do you go to the bed at night? Why do you go to the bed so late? You go to the bed so late. Say you go to the bed at 1 a.m. Then, of course, your well-wishers will tell you, why do you go to the bed so late? Is there any mistake in this sentence? It is clearly understandable what I mean. Is there any confusion? I think no confusion is there if I use this sentence. But the problem arises when I appear at an examination, when I take an examination, competitive examination for a job. If I write this sort of a sentence, the examiner will simply put a cross against this sentence. Only because of this article, the So do not use any article before bed when you are using this kind of a sentence. When you mean you are going to sleep, simply say, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Bed is not an uncountable noun. Remember that. Do not think that bed is an uncountable noun. But when you mean that I'm going to bed, you simply mean I'm going to sleep. If you say, I'm going to the bed, it means the bed is used as a piece of furniture there. Where shall I sit? Sit down on the bed. Sit down on the bed. On the bed, I'm saying. Why? Because I'm using bed as a piece of furniture. I don't mean to say that you are going to sleep or I'm going to sleep. So when you mean you are going to sleep, this article or no article for that matter can be used before bed, in spite of the fact that bed is a countable noun. I go to bed at 11 p.m. So this the is the mistake. Do not use this article, the nor a. Well, number 10, there is all the 10 sentences I have given you. There are a few more, but I think that if I go to give you a few more sentences of the similar type, then the video will become too long and you will not feel like watching the video, or this video will bore you simply. So those sentences should be now preserved for the next video session. All right. If you have any problem, you please communicate with me through the comment box. I will answer your question individually and personally. Well, this is the part which I don't like to do, but in fact, I have to because all the YouTubers do this. And I think you have already made a full guess. You have already made a complete guess. Right. Those of you who are new to this channel, please do subscribe to our channel. If you like the video, give us a like. If you don't like the video, give us a dislike. But my dear friends, please write down the reason for your dislike in the comment box. Why? Because I want to improve my teaching technique. And there you can help me, you can guide me. If you find any part of my teaching not so acceptable or not so effective, please let me know that. For that, there is the comment box. Please drop a comment. All of you, please drop a comment. If you like the video, then also write a comment there. If you don't like the video, write a comment there. If you have any question, write a comment there. Thank you very much. See you again in the next video session. Bye-bye.